Welcome to Collectivist, the global tech PR agency network for tech startups, scale-ups, and global brand giants. We are a network of PR, marketing, and communications agencies covering 6 continents and 40 countries across the US to the UK, EU, Eastern Europe, Middle East, Asia Pacific, and LATAM regions. And this is what you need to know. This is Coffee with Azadeh Williams from AZK Media, our member agency for the Philippines, Hong Kong, and Malaysia. My name is Gavin Loader, and this is Coffee with Azadeh Williams from AZK Media, who is our member agency for Hong Kong, the Philippines, and Malaysia, although based in Australia, and is our official backup agency for Australia. Are you ready to power through our 9 questions, and do you have your coffee?
Yes, I'm all, I've got my mug ready to go, powered up, and excited to answer the questions.
Well, let's do an easy one to start with. Just can you tell us anything about the agency, an overview? What would the elevator pitch be?
Yeah, so AZK Media, we're a B2B technology PR agency, and our real sweet spot is AI, BI, data analytics, anything that's like really heavy lifting software, enterprise software. That's where the more complex, the more integrated, the more global, the more we love it. So we've been running for 8 years, and a lot of our team were former technology and business journalists. Okay. So we've all, as you say, moved to the dark side.
Yes.
But we've really taken to our amazing client ecosystem. They're so far reaching. We've got clients from the UK, Israel, the US, the APAC region, just all over the world who we love to work with. And we do have our sights set on growing further, especially in the age of AI, because we're seeing a lot of rapid shifts in innovation in that space.
Tell me about your actual role, your own role. What are you doing day to day? Are you still directly helping clients? Have you got a team that does that for you? Are you, eye on the money? What does every day look like for you?
Yeah, so we're a very small agency. There's 5 of us full-time and 20 contractors. So as a small agency, relatively small, independent agency, managing director, I wear many hats. So on one hand, I'm responsible for making sure that the clients are happy and overseeing the accounts, making sure that we all work towards the scope and deliver the results for our clients. On the other hand, need to make sure that there's business coming in and new business coming in, especially in today's volatile environment. It's a big hustle. So that's a big part of what I do. A lot of discovery calls and proposals and negotiation. But an interesting new part of what I'm doing is what we have put in our business in place, which is our inbound lead gen walk and talks and vox pops. Okay. Initially, it just started as a little way during COVID, because it's the only way we could really build content was to walk in public with an influencer, just so that we could keep ourselves visible on LinkedIn. And those walk and talks have now become an actual extra extension of our business, where clients and partners and event partners are paying us or integrating it into their campaigyeah. So once a week, I'll be at an event doing a little interview.
You're videoing people, right? These are videos. Yeah. I've seen them. I like them. They're good. I watched one yesterday.
Yeah, so and I have a lot of followers on LinkedIn. So essentially, apart from my role as managing director, I'm an influencer in my own right, and our videos get thousands and thousands of views. So it's become a real beast. It's taken a life of its own.
Nice. Azadeh, I can't promise you thousands of views on our video today, but I will do my best. And what's been the best of those 8 years so far? Have you had the best year so far?
To be honest, the first year was so exciting. It was just, I had to pinch myself thinking, I can't believe this agencies started just off the back of one LinkedIn. I just put one LinkedIn post saying, started an agency, focusing on tech, who wants content and PR. And, within a week, I'd handed in my resignation and got, enough clients to quit journalism. So I think that those initial days were so exciting and, really just building the rocket ship as it flies. But on the other hand, it was also really challenging. I had some experience in a tech PR agency when I was in London working for the Times and the Sunday Times. I was working for some tech PR. So I had some intel, but really getting into the depths of negotiation and scope creep and burnout, all of those were new to me. And I was so excited to be in this whole new ecosystem that I went above and beyond to the point of burnout. And that was kind of like from the high to like the dip to the real, like, I've got to really reevaluate how we do business.
So you mentioned content and PR then when you started the agency, but I feel like now you're actually much broader than that. Not least your video interviews. How's that? How did that evolution come about? Was that clients asking you to roll out new services, or was that your own entrepreneurial spirit? And what are you actually offering now as services to clients?
Yeah, it was kind of an evolution. I think what really um, kind of inspired the whole new line of service offerings was COVID,
Right,
because previous to COVID, we were working on content, long tail, white papers, customer stories. We were working on PR campaigns, customer case studies where we did video production as well as
right,
drafted case studies.
right,
But then when COVID hit, so many of the traditional ways of inbound lead gen were, had to move. So all the event marketing. So suddenly we saw a lot of ways that we could integrate inbound lead generation with PR. So from there, we started expanding our offerings and extending our services and just listening to our customers on the ground. So we work with a lot of global clients who come here. They have massive investments and people and teams, say in Europe and North America. But when they come here, they're a scrappy team of, say, 4 or 5 with one field marketer on the ground. So through our customers' experiences, we realized what they really needed help with on the ground. So then we could double down and provide that support that they needed.
right. So as you mentioned, clients, tell me about those. Are they typically global companies that are expanding into your region, or do you have local startup community that's looking to grow out of the region globally? How does that work?
Yeah, so we tend to have, two types of clients: those who are quite large global tech giants who, like I mentioned, have a massive team in North America or Europe or the Middle East. They're coming to the APAC region. Nobody knows who they are, and they need our support to get their name out there fast. Or vice versa, where there is a local scale up, they're looking to expand globally, and they're coming to us to help them get their foot in the door into those other regions. But at the same time, we do work with very, very local startups as well who've just received a little bit of funding,
Right,
ready to get their name out there. So, especially because the AI space is so exciting, we find that that's the space that we get a lot of very small but unbelievably innovative startups
yeah.
that have so much potential, and that's really exciting for us.
So tell me about your team. You mentioned Wayne is in the squad. Are there any other who else are your key people? Who else deserves a mention?
A big mention to Michael Jenkin, who's our head of content and comms.
Right,
He was a former technology and business journalist, worked across so many different technology mastheads. He worked at Corinium as well. Super hardworking, the most incredible content creator, and just has a real knack for understanding which messages will resonate with media. Yeah, massive mention. Um, our social media and content specialist, Jess, she was also a journalist. And she's very just amazingly personable. Um, and we also have on board Julie Cooper, who provides additional support on the content and comms side, also a working journalist at the same time. She writes for the CEO magazine. She used to work with us full time, but is now spread her wings. And we have a lot of consultants as well who are incredible, like Dominic White, who was a very heavy hitting journalist back in the day and is one of the most experienced PR professionals I have ever met. And just a joy to collaborate with. So it I do believe that in the services industry, people matter so much. Just working with people who are humble, intelligent, just get it. There's not a lot of hand holding, and we all just work well, and there's no ego. We just get stuff done, and we get along and make it look easy.
Yeah.
Even though it isn't easy, we make it look easy.
So is that a conscious decision to recruit, current or former journalists? There's obviously a common theme there.
Yeah, 100%. We all kind of understand each other intuitively. We get both sides of the story.
Yeah.
And we just feel like it's traditionally for the past 8 years, it's just worked really well for us. So yeah, even the PR pros, like Dom, who's, been in the PR game for a decade, his background was in journalism, and it just works for all of us. We kind of sing from the same songbook in many ways.
Last thing, what do we need to know about your local market, whether that's Australia or the Philippines or Hong Kong or Malaysia? If I'm a tech company expanding out to your region, is there something I need to be really aware of or clear about?
Well, first of all, each country is very different. We can't just be pulled into the one Asia Pacific, send one press release on the wire, click APAC, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Every country, so the journalists across each country, the way you interact with each of the journalists, how you create those relationships, the stories they need. You need to really drill down and be very personalized and very bespoke,
Right.
especially we find in Australia more so because it's very relationship based PR. You really do need to develop a good trusting relationship,
Right.
because it's very easy to throw journalists off with just the wrong pitch and just get them turned off you as a PR pro. So we find that one of the big mistakes global companies make is they just put someone headquartered in Singapore thinking, okay, they can run the entire Asia Pacific, have one agency that can just manage everything, and it's just like they think it's a one size fits all. But in order to really get traction, you need to have a very personalized approach, and it's a lot of time, a lot more labor intensive, but it is worth it in the end, because even if you get 5 stories out in the region and you have the right people reading it, you can get noticed and start building business deals much faster than, say, if you had just 5 media placements in the US.
Right. We're done. We made it. We've had
Yes.
coffee. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, and probably good night for you. I forget the time. It's 8 o'clock at night now, isn't it?
Yeah, I should have had my happy chicken mug. That would have been really cute.